Hi, welcome back to part 3 in my video comparison of the original Golden Axe series, and for my next video I'm going to show you the original version of Golden Axe. You can get this version on the Wii console, and it's costs about 100 points for this game, so here we go. Alright, here's the original title sequence of the original arcade version of Golden Axe. Excuse me. As you can see here, the graphics on the original version is much more, I would say, has more of a dull looking feel to it. This version of Golden Axe kind of reminds me of the original Conan the Barbarian movie, where it's really dark and gritty and very violent movie. I think this version sort of captures the style of that movie pretty well on the original arcade version. And another thing you will notice that this game is it definitely is a bit more violent than any of the other incarnations that have been brought out. But instead of explaining it to you, I'll just show you what's happening on screen. So we'll give it a try. Okay, so as you can see here, you got the 3 original characters. I think I might go for Tyros Flare this time, something completely different. As you can see right here, this opening title sequence was omitted on the later versions of Golden Axe. I think it's because of the violent nature of this game. It's a very violent game, this version. I never played this version back in the arcade days, back in the 80s. So the very first version of Golden Axe, like I mentioned in my previous videos, the Master System version. The level of detail in this version is excellent, in my opinion. The sprite animation, the colours, and just the violent style of this game is, which I like in this version, which is quite surprising for me because I've been watching video footage of this version and I just could not believe the style of game that featured on this game compared to the Mega Drive version. Just, you know, the level of detail for a very old arcade game. The Mega Drive version looks a little bit more colourful, but this version, well, it's a whole completely different package in this one. Yeah, I could see why people got really excited over this game back in the arcade days. Just the level of detail and gameplay, and it feels kind of weird playing a Sega game on a Nintendo system. I can imagine back in the day the big rival companies, Nintendo and Sega, competing first, you know, with the Mega Drive and then the Nintendo, and Super Nintendo. There was some fierce competition back in the early 90s. I love the sprite animation in this game. Okay, another thing I have to mention, because this is a arcade game, you can have the option to have infinitive credits. Well, because it's an arcade game, you can like chuck in, well, I can imagine back in the day you can chuck in like amount of quarters in during gameplay if you want to keep playing this game. So you can have that option. You just press the, let's see, the B button, and you can add more credits just like that. You can have continuous play that way. But if you're really hardcore, you can try and beat the game in 1 credit, which I haven't attempted to play this game yet, so I'm just going to show you a quick sort of playthrough of this game. The voice recording is excellent in this version compared to the original Mega Drive version. And the controls in this version is very fluid. It's very spot on. Another thing I'd like to mention with this version is that this game only has 5 stages, unlike the Mega Drive version, where they, because the game's pretty short, and for a Mega Drive title, they decided to include an extra couple stages in that version to extend the gameplay on the Mega Drive. Another thing that they change from the Mega Drive and the arcade version is the end credit sequence. This version is way more comical than the Mega Drive version. What else have they changed? Other than that, there's not much else I can say about this version, but this is a real kick-ass version of a real classic game. And here's the final stage. Whoops. I love that detail in the background of the eagle, the way the eyes are moving. It's a nice touch. Just look at the level of detail in the background there. And there you have it, guys. All in its gory glory. So here's the end title sequence of the arcade version of Golden Axe, and as you can see here, this is a very comical moment here, where the characters jump out of the arcade machine, chasing down the patrons down the street. Good old Sega. So this game is definitely a classic, and definitely worth picking this up on, whether on playing the original arcade, which I'll have to say is very hard to find the original arcade these days, or do what I do and purchase the game on the Wii Virtual Console. Like I said before, it costs 1,000 points for an arcade game. The graphics in this game is superb, but that's because it's an arcade game, so you know, the level of detail is fantastic in this game. The music is terrific. It's sort of the same music that was played on the Mega CD version. What else can I mention about this game? It doesn't feature the last two levels in this version, so it is an arcade game, so that's acceptable. It's definitely worth picking up just for a quick comparison to the Mega Drive version, for those who haven't played this version before. So for a score, I'm going to give this game 8 out of 10. It's definitely better than the Mega CD version, and it's heaps better than the Master System version. So if anyone is curious about this game, definitely pick this one up.